dating advice.
Why?
Uh-huh.
Why? When there is no love,
What?
no between the parents.
We're on page
34?
33. 33. Why you should never listen to your friends about dating advice.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
It's a
Before the 33.
Before 33, yes.
The blue letters.
So what is it?
Why you should never listen to your friends about dating advice.
That's the title.
Yes.
On page 33.
Why you should never listen to your friends about dating advice.
Please.
Okay.
I got lost.
No. If you write the link, if you write this link,
What's that? HTTP.
Okay. Those reasons. Alright, go.
Okay. One of the reasons it's hard to get good advice, even from your friends, is that there are very few people that actually have kept loving relationship. Even the guys that really understand women can seem to tell you especially what you have to do. They just honor their masculinity, they honor their
Strength.
strength, and they own their core purpose and direction in life. They are naturally confident with the women because they grew up in a very loving household, or they have learned for themselves what it takes. When you come to your friends, talk about women and what is going on, their first instinct is to give you advice. But you should listen to your friends' advice about women. Ask yourself this question first. What kind of relationship does my friends have? Use the same radar that you will learn from what I teach you
To gauge.
to gauge his women's level of interest in them.
Okay, good. You remember what's gauge? A woman's gauge is what? You remember? Gauge means to measure, okay? To gauge the level of interest. To measure the woman's level of interest, okay? Continue. Does she seem
happy in the relationship? Is she loving? In
affectionate?
to him? Is he ignoring her while she goes about and does her own thing? What is her interest level in your friend? If you look at your friend's relationship, do you see what you want your relationship to become? If the answer is yes, then maybe your friends have a clue. If the answer is no, as it usually will, then why
Will be?
here would you want,
Why on earth?
if you want to take their advice for your own relationship?
Okay, stop for a second. Why on earth? That's an expression.
Why on
Why on earth? What does that mean? Can y'all think about it?
air?
Como demonios, okay? Why on earth? It's not that, like, it doesn't translate literally, but ¿por qué? Why on earth? ¿Por qué? Why?
Why?
Why on earth would you want to take their advice for your own relationship? Okay, keep going.
What's the meaning for error?
Why on earth? That's an expression. Why on earth? Why on earth means
¿Por qué a mí?
why. Why? It's like you're emphasizing why.
Or it's a
Porque
hard-
carajo, and something like that. Yeah.
Sí, carajo.
But it's not offensive like porque carajo. Why on earth is
It's hardly an expression.
it's an expression saying like porque carajo, but it's much more subtle. Okay, it's not as offensive.
Okay.
Porque diablos, but it's not as offensive. Why on earth?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, continue. Where do we stop? Why on earth would you want to? Okay, cool. Face the facts. Okay. If they do not have relationships that you want to emulate, it's another word. Emulate. Emulate means for you to mimic, for you to copy. Okay, to emulate. It's not that's not a common word. Okay, that's a word that he uses. Emulate. All their good intentions in the world won't lead you to the relationship you truly deserve to have in your life. Truly deserve to have in your life. Verdaderamente, truly. Okay, continue. Continue, Luis.
Okay.
The number?
You want to take their advice for your own relationship. Face the facts.
Okay.
If they do not have a relationship that you want to emulate,
hmm
what do you mean emulate?
To copy. To model. To copy. Okay.
Or
That you want to copy from them.
All their good intentions.
Continue.
all their good intentions is the word one lend you to the relationship you truly deserve to have in your life.
Good. Continue, Jose.
The number of healthy relationships out there, while getting better due to some of the
Awareness.
awareness being brought to the concept, is still very low.
Okay, what do you mean by awareness? Being brought to the concept. Awareness of what?
What do you say? Awareness?
Awareness being
Aware.
brought to the concept. Awareness being brought to the concept. That means that the people are becoming more conscious. They're starting to understand the dynamics or how a woman and a man are supposed to be together. Okay. The awareness being brought to that concept. Okay, that's what we're talking about when we're saying awareness being brought to the concept. It's still pretty low. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes,
Okay, good. Continue. Why is that?
it's still very low.
Okay.
Why is that? I once believed I had great parents. In retrospect,
Mm-hmm.
I realized that there was no real love shown between them.
Okay. Retrospect. That's another fancy word of saying.
Retroceder.
Not retroceder, but recordándome. Yeah.
Retrospect.
Yeah, reobservando el momento, recordando. Respecto a eso. Not respecto a eso, but retro means back. But going back to that time, recordándome more or less, I realized there was no real love shown between them. Okay?
There was never an I love you exchange that I ever witnessed. Why should that be such a big deal? when there is no love shown between the parents, it creates insecurity in their children.
Insecurity. Okay.
Insecurity.
Insecurity.
Big deal. What do you mean?
Huh? Oh, sorry. Big deal. Why should that be such a big deal?
Big deal.
Why should that be such a big deal? Un gran problema. Yeah. Continue.
In my case, when I went out into the date world, I was shy and insecure. I didn't feel as though I had anything to offer. When children grow up around parents that do not show love to each other, children in turn perpetuate that in their own relationships in the future.
Okay, perpetuate. What does that mean? Perpetua. Yeah, same thing. Continue that in the relationships in the future. Okay.
Is that the type of relationship that you want for your children? The same kind of loveless, trapped relationships you may
Relationship.
be in now. Relationship.
No, relationship. No, relationship.
Relationship. You may be in now. One you may have been exposed to by your own parents.
Okay, stop for a second. So what is he trying to say?
That if your parents don't give you love, you will have problems in the future with your relationships.
Okay, that's one. Another one? The main point.
Your parents, I think that your parents think that your relationship, they are focusing on your relationship.
I think is for example, if the parents disagree with this relationship, they again broke.
Then what?
They broke up. No, broke up.
If your parents still get along, what happens?
They'll get along or
Yeah.
disagree with this relationship.
What happens?
They are broke down. No, it's broke up, right?
They break up? Yeah, they're not together
Yeah,
again?
they're not together.
No, what happens? Okay, but still not answering the question though. When two people are together, they have kids, right? And then they don't show love towards each other. Then what they're trying to say is that the kids are going to say, okay, this is the right way to have a family. This is the right way to love.
For the relationship.
And you take it for granted like that, okay? So you're born with this. You're raised with this concept that it's okay for you to live in loveless marriage. So that's what he's saying. In other words, for instance, let's suppose you live in Honduras, okay? And every time after 11 o'clock at night, you don't walk in the park, and that's normal, okay? You feel that's normal to not walk in the park at 11 o'clock because somebody's going to put a gun in your head and shoot you or mug you, right? So you come over here and you're like, okay, I can't walk in the park at 11 o'clock, right? But no, it's totally correct to do that here in the U.S. Well, not everywhere in the U.S., but in many places, okay? Well, the same thing with that, okay? Where you think that when the mom and the dad are like, yes, I hate you, they don't even show love to each other, then you look at it, you're like, okay, that's the way to live, that's the way to raise a family.
The point is the way that your parents educate you will be to this form with your relationships.
You would tend to be towards that form, okay? So you're gonna have people that, become like that, okay? And then you're gonna have people that are gonna be like, okay, you know what? I was like that, and this happened to me, so I have to change. And then you become like that guy.
I think that sometimes the people, how to say, inconscientemente,
Unconsciously.
unconsciously search, for example, a man, he's searching a woman like
Mother.
his mother,
Like his mother.
but he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He's inconscient.
Unconsciously. It tends to be like that, yes. Unless you get over it and then you search for the right woman, okay? But yeah, consciously, that's one of the things that happens. Yeah, good. So another thing, should you listen to your friends for advice on relationships, according to the book?
No, not yet.
Why?
Because he say he needs to understand by himself.
He needs
No.
to understand himself?
Yes, not themselves.
Because
He's only hear that friends, but he didn't do it.
say it one more time.
He hear your friends that we're talking about for their relationship
Mm-hmm.
and advice, but he didn't do it.
Okay, he doesn't take their advice?
Yes.
Why not?
Because
So why wouldn't I take the advice from my friends, guys? In general. He's saying in general.
In my case, just I think you take an advice from your friends for something like not exactly in your relationship with some girl, because if you want to get some advices from your relationship with somebody, I think the best way to do it is asking your parents.
Ask your parents?
Yeah.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay, yeah. No, in your opinion, it's perfect, it's good. But what does the book say?
He said that
You have to believe in yourself.
please believe with himself.
Okay, you have to believe, but can you take advice or should you take advice from your friends?
no, because he said that you need to, or he need to see what kind of relationship do their friends have. Yes?
Yeah, so basically what he says is, okay, don't take advice from your friends because they usually don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because look at their relationships.
Yes.
That's what he said. What he's saying. But yeah, I'm not saying, hey guys, listen, understand what this guy says, and apply it to your life. I'm not saying that you can do that, but I'm really concerned about the fact that about your possibility of understanding it. That's the number one priority for me right now. But yeah, that's one of the things you have to do. Well, one of the things he says you have to do. Don't listen to your friends unless they get it. Okay? If they don't get it, there's no point. Okay?
Yeah. He say he needs to live his own relationship.
He needs to what?
He needs to live his own relationship.
He needs to leave his own relationship. Why?
That's what he's saying.
Okay. He needs. Tiene que dejar su relación.
No, he needs to live.
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 Okay. Because he said leave or live.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Live his own relationship.
Yes,
Okay.
his own relationship.
Yeah. All right. Good. So let's see. So we stopped at the same kind of loveless traffic relationship you may be in now, one you may have been exposed by to your own parents. Okay. Continue.
Parents stay together for years without showing the proper example of a loving, healthy relationship to their children. This in turn makes kids think that's just the way things are.
Mm-hmm.
If they had worked to maintain a healthy relationship or separate into other healthier relationships, The kids might have had a clue by the time they reached their own teenage dating years.
Teenage dating years. Good. Continue, William.
I have one friend who was married to a girl that he got pregnant at the age of 16 or 17. Over the years, what may have seemed like love at first turned into a marriage solely
Solely. Another way of solely. Just. Okay. Just.
for the sake of the children. He began an affair.
Okay. Stop for a second. Sake of the children. Marriage solely for the sake of the children means you're married just to keep the children's happy. Okay? You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it to keep the children's happy. Began to have an affair? You know what's an affair, right, guys?
No.
Yeah. Y'all know what's an affair? Okay, cool. So whenever... Okay, let's see. I have a girlfriend. I have a wife. I get married. And then I have kids. And then have a side girl, a girl on the side. That means I'm having an affair, okay? With that girl. Okay? Have you heard of Ashley Madison? Ashley Madison is a website for you just to have affairs. Okay. Okay, good. Good.
Means Sancho?
Huh?
Means Sancho.
Began.
Wait, what? Sancho?
He began to have
La otra.
affair.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
She started.
She started gaining weight, a lot of weight. She was shaking her.
Seeking.
She was seeking her happiness in food and forcing it to fill her up with that feel-good sensations. She was missing her marriage at a waiting for a mutual friend, but the husband had wife shot. One negative word after another at each other.
A negative barb is like a negative comment towards each other. Okay.
But of their boys were
Extremely.
upset,
Obese.
very
Unhappy.
very unhappy. What did it? Very
Not happy. Yeah.
Not happy.
Unhappy, not happy.
And had very low self-esteem.
Esteem. You know what self-esteem?
Autoestima.
Autoestima. Yeah. So if you're confident, do you have high self-esteem or low self-esteem?
Esteem is autoestima.
Autoestima. Self-esteem is autoestima.
The self-esteem is autoestima.
So if I'm a confident person, do I have high self-esteem or low self-esteem?
High.
High self-esteem, yes. Good. So notice what's going on so far. He's saying that he had a friend. The friend started having an affair. Stop paying attention to his wife. And see the signal that the wife was sending? Starts gaining weight, not taking care of herself. Okay? And then they're starting to fight. Okay? And what happens? The kids start suffering. Okay? Have very low self-esteem. Continue.
The children hadn't ever
Even.
reached
Hadn't even reached.
their dating age, and they were already caught in the same trap of misery perpetuated by their parents.
Okay, what's perpetuated again? Remember? Perpetual.
perpetuado.
Que continuado.
They will probably end up seeking out the same type of relationship for themselves, never knowing that there can be better for them. They will end up perpetuating
Perpetuating.
the pain for another generation.
Mm-hmm.
Parents may think they are staying together for the sake of the children, but kids need to see parents in a happy, loving,
Supportive.
supported relationships. The
Choices.
the choices you make in your relationship life can certainly have an impact
An impact.
on the other people around you, especially the kids. There is also the impact on yourself to consider, as well as the happiness of the other person in the relationship. I have already said it before. If you are not growing together in a direction, then maybe you need to consider going your separate ways so that you can continue to grow.
Good.
The ultimate impact in a relationship that
Involves. What's involve? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Children is how they
Carry.
carry their own relationship
Knowledge.
forward with them into in the next generation. Your legacy
Mm-hmm.
to your children should be learning what unconditional love looks like, not only in your love for them, but in your love for your parents,
Partner.
your
Example.
your example is what sets the way for them to find the same kind of love in their life in the future. Usually,
Ultimately.
ultimately, the only way to see healthier relationships around us is to be a part of building our own happiness and lady it follow forward through the next generation.
Ultimately. What's that?
Ultimating.
Al final.
Al final,
Ultimately. It's good.
últimamente, por lo
Eh,
último.
Al final. Yeah.
Al
Al final. Yeah. Good. So basically, what we're saying is the only way to be able for us to communicate the right things to our children is by us being happy and demonstrating it. Okay. Otherwise, if you're staying for the kids, you're not really. It's gonna work only so long, and then after that, people are gonna hate each other because you can't fake happiness. It's a state. Okay, you can't fake it.
It's hard when you have a child.
It's a challenge when you have children. Yes, it's a challenge. I haven't been in that situation, so I'm not going to comment on that. But based on what he's telling us is, if a person does not agree with the other person, you're gonna have consequences. Yeah, you're gonna have
It's
consequences.
bad because they don't think about their children when they separate them and when they don't have a good relationship.
It
Yeah.
depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even if you want to live with that person, when that person doesn't want to live with you anymore, or some people they don't care about the children. So they do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. There's I remember there was a book. It was a Greek tragedy actually. I forgot the name of it. There was a woman married to a man, and they weren't getting along. You know what she did?
No.
To get back on him, she killed her children. She killed her children. Yeah. So and what's crazy is nowadays, if you ask people sometimes, what would you do to get back on your husband so it hurts him, or back on your wife so it hurts him a lot? The thing you would do, a lot of people would say, you know what, I would kill my kids. Something universal. Okay, it's one of the things.
That's how. You know, teacher, I saw that in the news of my country.
Mhm.
And like one woman killed herself and his children too.
Her children too.
In the bathroom because his husband leave other them.
He left them. Yeah. Some people can't deal with it, man. And that's one of the things that happens as you grow older. It becomes a challenge for as you grow older. If you don't mature emotionally, something like that ends up happening. You know, you either kill someone, or you become a serial killer, or you do something terrible outside of the law because you weren't able to handle it. Okay. That's good. Continue here. Once we wrap it up, we're going to continue with the book, okay? Perceptions of control. Alan, can you do that? Perception of control.
It's so important that the people learn the information I have to offer. Again, only 3% of the guys actually understand women. All you have to do is go to a mall, to a public event, or to dinner and just look around at the couples in the restaurant. Half of them are sort of
staring.
Are sort of staring into space, and they are not talking.
What is that? Sort of staring into space. Sort of staring into space. You're like staring into space, kind of staring into space. Have y'all seen that in the restaurants? Two people are together, they're supposed to go out, and they're like not really talking or anything.
Especially now.
Especially now.
They don't talk.
Everyone is watching their phones.
Yeah, everyone's watching their phones.
You know,
Actually,
I
yeah.
saw I don't know what it is, pareja.
A couple?
I saw a couple that they go to the restaurant all Mondays, but they don't talk anything together.
Wow.
They all the time look for them phones, and if they talk, the woman would, or the guy say, look that, and that's it.
Look at the
Then
phone.
they look the phone.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
Oh my God.
That's honestly, guys, that's one of the things that would set people apart nowadays. If you're able to give someone else attention, just that is already setting you apart from everyone else. I'm not saying just in a relationship with a girl or something like that, but thinking more in general. Okay, you give someone attention, and it's a totally different experience. But yeah, good. Have them staring into space and they're not talking. Continue.
I've gone to dinner and seen couples where the husband is reading a magazine and the wife is reading the paper. They are just kind of present. They are hanging out as romance.
Yeah, what's hanging out? Do you remember?
Roommates. It's like
They spend
live
time
together,
together.
just live together in the same room.
Yeah, roommates are people that live together. Hanging out is
Like sport time together.
spend time together.
Out.
There is nothing.
There is nothing. There is in the relationship. A man should learn to take the direction in the relationship. It's funny when you go to the mall and you can tell who wears the pants in the relationship.
Okay, stop that. Where you remember that? Wear the pants, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, wear the pants. Okay, continue.
You usually see the woman walking about 5, sometimes 10 feet if from the man and the kids. The husband is walking as
Though.
though being led by the nose, going along with whatever she wants. She is in total control of the relationship.
Okay, continue. Stop. Continue, Liz.
If you are with your lady, you should either be holding her hand or walking side by side with her as a true equal. The bottom line is that the one in
Charge.
in charge of the relationship, the one that's in control, is the one that is always in front. You can hear them talking as they go along. What do you want to do, honey? Oh, I don't know, honey. What do you want to do?
Have you heard that expression, honey? Yeah. Okay. I used to.
I used to go out with this one girl. She's 29 now, and always date guys that are in their 40s or 50s. And these guys are the biggest pushovers in the relationship with her. They take her flying on their corporate jet and throw tons of money on her.
Okay, biggest pushovers. Pushover is a person that you can just push over. Okay.
They wanna rob his wife.
Huh? They wanna what?
They wanna rob his wife.
Yeah. They wanna. No, they wanna what? His wife?
Rob.
Rob his wife?
Yeah.
No. Dating. Go out. He was dating with a 29-year-old girl. Okay? They're pushovers, meaning that they do all kinds of stuff for her. Okay? So that's one of the examples that he says. That they're taking on the corporate jet and spends tons of money. What do you mean by spending tons of money on a girl?
Tons of money.
Do you spend a lot of money or a
We
little?
spend
A lot or a little? Tons
A
of money?
lot.
Spend tons of money, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But in this case, say that they have children too, right?
No. Right now, they don't have children. Right now, he's talking about a situation where he was talking to a girl, and she was telling her about all the stuff that was going on. Okay? Continue. I used to
tell her about her engagement ring collection because she had 4 or 5 guys that had bought her engagement ring.
Okay. Tease. What do you mean by teasing someone?
To bore or something.
Yeah, bother, make fun of the person. Yeah. Make fun of them and bother. In a playful manner, of course. In a playful manner. Okay? Continue.
Masculine and feminine
Energy.
The problem is that she is so in her masculine. We will go out and I have to spend over an hour working or getting her to be playful, to be a girl. She will start out on her left on this road and go this away. I will have to say, I don't know where I am going.
I know where I'm going. Just relax. Okay, let's stop there. So, this last part where you said she's so in her masculine, what do they mean by that? She's so in her masculine.
What do you say?
What does it mean when you say that she was so in her masculine?
And she's in her thing about men.
She's what?
She thinks a lot of stuff about the men.
Like
About the men. No.
Not quite. Like a man, though. Like a man. She thinks a lot of stuff like a man does, okay? So, one of the examples he gives is,
Masculine.
yeah, she's not playful. Another thing is that she's giving directions. You know, she's leading.
Oh.
Okay, when you're leading, you're acting more like a man. When you're letting someone do the stuff, where you're acting more like a woman. Okay, good.